Okay, good afternoon and welcome to the Kolapore Springs Fish Hatchery. Another beautiful day in the Grey County, town of the Blue Mountains.
It is that. It's going to get up to 32 degrees today. It's going to be a hot one.
I'm Sean Brady.
Bruce Green.
And we're partners in the most magnificent fish hatchery in the area. What Bruce is going to do today is show you how to both fillet and clean one of our fabulous trout. So Bruce, take it away.
All right.
Now Bruce, as you go down into the fish there with the knife, what is it that you're actually looking to feel?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm going down to the backbone and I'm going to go right straight down, and I go down to just before the adipose fin. That's the little back fin.
The back fin, and you start at the head and work back to the tail.
Exactly. And so then I just kind of peel it back and I go down through and out the bottom and then continue on like so.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a particularly colorful trout there, Bruce.
It is, and in this case I've taken the ribs off with it. If it was a big fish I would leave the ribs on and go up and around the ribs, but it's easier actually to cut the ribs off on a smaller fish like this.
Wow, lovely.
Mm-hmm. And that move you want to be careful on.
So again, flip the fish
Flip
over.
the fish over and just try to stay up.
Is it any different once the first fillet's off? Does it feel any different going down, or is it still pretty much the same? Be careful with the sharp knife, away you go.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much the same. Except when I do the take it off the second side, I've got the belly with it.
Right.
And so I'm going to cut that away. I'm just going to go down below the ribs and cut the belly off. So
and that's just cleaning it up nicely and making it a nice looking fillet.
Exactly.
And you could eat the belly if you
want.
want, couldn't
you? Actually, the belly, if it was out in the Great Lakes, you don't want the belly because that's where the contaminants are held in.
Right.
In our case, there's a lot of good stuff. That's where all your fatty stuff is.
So that's where all the omega-3 and 6 oils are going to be.
You got it.
In the fish.
Exactly.
Which our heart people tell us is the best thing for us to be eating now.
So, I'll get the ribs off.
And now you're just going along where the ribs are.
Just follow the bones.
Stay right close to the bone to not sacrifice any of that delicious meat.
And if you hold it up at the top, you can kind of angle your knife upwards to where you're just peeling away at the bones and leave as much of the meat behind as possible. So you just end up with the bones. Cut that a little bit off there too.
Oh, lovely. Now, Bruce, on some of these fish, there's a little bone section that's called a pin bone.
The pin bones. There's a row of pin bones right in through there. Right. And a lot of people leave them on. If your fish is sat for 24 hours, they do soften up.
Makes it much easier to pull the pin bones out if you
well,
want.
exactly, if you want. Or you can cut them out. I usually cut them out.
Right.
And usually what I do is just run the knife just along the side of the bones.
You can actually feel the bones.
You can feel the whole row of bones there, and you just run the knife along the side. You can leave the skin on, and just follow the bones.
Now, when I'm filleting and cooking the fish at home, I'll leave the pin bones in. They're so fine, and small, delicate fish like this, they're almost unnoticeable, and you're going to get a bit of calcium from eating the bones, so that's got to be good for you as well.
And especially on the speckles, they're a little finer again.
The pin bones are,
right?
Pin
bones, yeah. So I'm just going to take it off the one, but that's your row of pin bones there, and so it makes a nice boneless
fillet. Yeah, lovely, lovely looking. And then all you have to do is take the rib cage off the other one, and these guys are ready for the fry pan. Certainly, frying the fish is in a little olive oil and butter mix is to me probably the best, simplest way to present this fish, and just let the quality and the flavor of the fish speak for itself through the light seasoning. But you can bread these fish, you can season them with lemon spice seasoning, gosh, pretty much anything you can think of that's not too powerful and overwhelming, because the trout is a really delicate flavored fish, and it's best left to sort of do the speaking. As little alteration to it at cooking, I believe, is the best.
I like a little tarragon in with mine.
Lovely, yeah. Tarragon butter and lemon, why wouldn't that be good?
There. It just trims it up a little nicer. So then if we wanted to take the skin off, I'm not going to take the skin off it, but you can just slide your knife in under the skin and give it a pull, and you can take the skin right off as well.
Again, the trout skin is so fine and so delicate that you're better off to leave it on, cook it on, and eat it. A lot of the omega-3, 6, and 9 oils are also in the skin, which is a big part of the reason as to why you want to eat a lot of fish.
So in this case, I'm just going to gut this one. And
now this is one of your speckled trout.
This is one of my favorites. A speckled trout, or a brook trout, as they're called.
As they're known.
And they really are a char. They're not really a trout.
Like the Arctic char.
Yep. But
what's some of the characteristics of that fish, Bruce, that you think makes it a great fish?
well, the texture of the meat is a little bit softer. The flavor is just unmatchable. Well, being of the char family, it has a little lighter flavor, I'd say, again, but they're just beautiful. And check out the color on them.
Now what you've basically done is inserted your knife just in front of the back tail and gone up all the way to under the chin of the fish.
This is the kidney, and so you got to get the kidney out as well. Yeah, I nip the gills first. I nip the top of the gills, and then run your knife up through and then pull everything out, including the gills.
Pull the gills out
and then
everything.
Just use your thumb. Some people use a spoon, but I just use your thumbnail and get in and get all the kidney out.
Now the kidney is up against the back of the fish, and it kind of looks like a dark red vein, but really it's just running the whole length of the body.
Yep.
Pull that out with your finger, wash your fish, and that too is ready for the fry pan.